ever heard of the concept of gap year? Or have you ever thought about the possibility of taking a gap year in your school? Okay, at the very beginning, I'd like to give you a general view of the idea of gap year. According to Gap Year Association, it's a semester or year of experiential learning, typically taken after high school and prior to career or post-secondary education, in order to deepen one's practical, professional, and personal awareness. Good morning, everyone. I'm Lucas, and when I was 18, graduated from senior high school. Yes, I chose to take the gap year. And today I'd like to share with you my gap. First, let's talk about my choice. I still remember when I graduated from my senior high school. I was so excited that I started to go out with friends every day and surf the net almost all time. And life with only playing and playing persisted for about 3 weeks. One day, I started to become so disappointed and confused. I felt like I hadn't graduated from senior high school yet, because I knew I had to face the problems with one of my classmates. However, I always chose to avoid it. Also, the same condition happened between my father and I. It seemed like there was a high wall between us. Last but not least, I wasn't quite sure about my future, and I started to ask myself, are you sure about your choice? Are you happy? In order to find answers for myself, I chose to take the gap year. So after talking about the reasons why I chose to take the gap year, let's talk about what I've done. First, I joined a psychology camp for about 3 months, aiming at the connection between our family and us, how the world operates systematically, and what our next step in life is. Here is a photo of the participants of the camp. It is definitely a beautiful moment in the camp. As joining a camp as a student, I also helped my high school design some projects and became an instructor in many courses. As you can see, I had some experiences training some students about IMUN, namely International Model United Nations, and international cultural exchange with some schools abroad. Through these activities, I also learned a lot, such as how to accompany them to learn a new topic and to look into everything with the perspective of the teacher. Last, I want to share a special project I participated in, and it was about exploring and contributing to our own hometown. In this project, I think I have widened my view and learned how to lead a class to cooperate with them. As you can see in this picture, we have brought very interesting activities to the elementary school students near our village. Okay, so next, let me introduce an important issue I have been learning about this year. It's about childhood trauma, 童年创伤, and resilience in family. Since we were a baby, we have been in the process of creating who I am. Every incident and memory in our life affects our personalities and how we react to the world. Here I summarize a formula for you. That is, every incident accompanied by how we see it will become an image. So it's possible for us to look back on the incident and think in a different way. So that's the main idea of the power of resilience. So what's the connection? You may think, what are you talking about? What you've done sounds very different from the issue you just mentioned. The point is, facing the same incident, everyone reacts to it in a very different way. Whether participating in a camp, in a project, or a relationship in our family, through observing ourselves and others, we get to know ourselves and others well. Finally, it's time to give a conclusion. Every time I think of the gap year, I really appreciate this chance. It makes me more confident about my future and my dream. Also, I have a closer relationship with my family, especially my dearest dad, my friends, and of course me myself. There, if you have something you really want to pursue, just go for it. Don't be afraid or hesitate. I have a that everything we've gone through will be the most special and best scenery of our life. So, the same question again, will you give it a try, even though the road you take is a little bit different from others now? That's all for my presentation.